Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today, it's looking like one of those days where we play as Cain again. How does Cain keep showing up? I don't know. What are we doing? Could go either direction really. Still need to do Hush. And still need to do Mother as well. There's just a lot of options. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. We'll see. As the run progresses, there is half a heart waiting in my sacrifice room. I specifically don't need to do the beast anymore with this character, I guess, but that is more or less the only direction I don't have to go into. I might try to go for Mega Satan, because I think, yeah, I haven't done that as this character yet, which makes sense since I also haven't done both the lamb or the blue baby yet, so how I would do just, don't worry about it. Instead, let's worry about the quad shot that I just acquired, which is hopefully going to make this run at least interesting. Definitely will skip the first devil deal and also feel reasonably confident that this one will go somewhere. Member card could be kind of interesting. It gives a trapdoor in every shop that leads to effectively an extra shop, but one where everything is somewhat randomly priced. More often than not, it becomes pretty unaffordable, but occasionally you can get something good in there, especially if you have a run with a large quantity of money. There's Larry Jr. in his long form, trying desperately to hit me and almost succeeding at the very start there. Not sure if that would deal full-hearted damage, but I have to assume it would since it's a champion after all. Either way, I'm just gonna make an attempt to not take any damage here because this would be an unfortunate run to lose. Because quad shot is just kind of neat. It's one of those things you just don't get very frequently. There is Mom's heals, which gives me a little bit of extra range, which I don't mind. There's a soul heart over there. There is at least one full heart on this floor. So I might as well just enter my curse room and see if I can get anything here. There's one little ghost demon. And we have just enough money to... Alright, that's pretty good. We have just enough money to buy the membership card, so I might as well give that a shot and see if that brings us any joy. The items that you can buy in this shop are also rather random. Like this is a devil deal item, as you can see, and then Mom's box, which is a fine enough trinket as well. Not a trinket, a thing that is trinket related. But don't have any bombs, don't have any money. Instead, we have one key and I just used it to open this door. So let's go down into the dross and see where this leads. It's a good way to get a little bit more practice on these floors as well. So all in all, I don't mind this idea. There's a couple enemies underwater there, which were easy enough to miss. This doesn't really do anything for me if I'm keeping Guppy's paw, and I almost certainly will. And this is kind of an awkward room. These enemies do die rather quickly, at least still, even with quad shot, which is not too bad. Pretty much 2 tiers is enough to kill one of them. There's 10 coins right there, which is obviously pretty great. And with that temperance machine, there's a decent chance that I can get a little bit more as well. So overall, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty okay. And if there's a key anywhere on this floor, I'm gonna be pretty happy. I for one am looking forward to seeing one somewhere. But mostly I just don't want to lose my devil deal chance. That's really the main thing. And then the moment you say that, the game knows and then immediately launches a spider at you from a distance. Even though this room is really quite large, and I think if I just went to the center of the room, I probably would have been okay. But it's a good thing to know for next time, I suppose. Again, just a little bit of a lack of experience with these floors compared to the rest of Isaac, which, well, one of the two I've played for years, and this one still relatively new, all things considered. Not much going on here, unfortunately, but perhaps down here there is a rune that I could potentially buy. Was kind of hoping for some health or a bomb or something like that, but unfortunately it's not looking that way. I don't know if there was a key in here. There's a sack, so there's a chance. Ooh, many keys. Including a golden one, which on this character obviously isn't quite as good because you do get that trinket to open up the golden chest, but I mean, this is just pretty nice. I don't know what the other item was going to be, but the bouncing tears with quad shot, that's going to do pretty substantial damage, I'm hoping. So let's hope that is correct. I don't know what to do about this here, but I think these flies are likely just going to die. There we go. One more chest with an unidentified pill. Tears up, not bad. And I guess we're just gonna have to go for it. I don't really have any way, like, unless the rune is something particularly good. And I think I just can barely not afford it as well, which doesn't help my case, yeah. Ah, well. Let's buy this pill instead. I do need to remember that I am Cain and I have the lucky foot, and therefore I'm not gonna get stat down pills as well. Definitely forgot about it. That's another tears up thanks to Vert. So all in all, pretty good. I could use Guppy's Paw if things get a little bit too bad. I'm actually just going to do that, just to make life a little bit safer. It will cost me 1 red heart container, but I actually wouldn't mind that if I'm going for angel rooms anyway. So I might as well do that, just for the sake of not losing my Devil Deal chance here. And there you go. Ultimately didn't end up needing it, but still, having soul hearts is never really a bad thing, so I don't mind it too much. There's no real red hearts on this floor, unfortunately. And also, I just realized I probably could have gotten some money out of the temperance machine to buy that rune in the end, but oh well. Ultimately, not the worst thing in the world. I will just leave like this, I think. I have 0 bombs still. I don't know. Has a bomb dropped? I don't think it has. So, that's looking pretty good. At least, if anything, it is more reason to go for angel rooms in a way. That bombs didn't drop? Does that make sense? Not really. I'm trying to explain it a way that where it does make sense, but really it's mostly just I need 2 bombs to get into the mine. So if I were to go to Mother, for instance, then I'd need a 2nd bomb somewhere along the line, and I haven't gotten 1 yet. And I need to get at least 1. And if I have 1 bomb and an angel room, I can at least blow up the angel statue and then be on my way. So we'll see how this run goes. That's 2 bombs right there, and therefore more or less nullifying my entire point. Yeah, that ended up working out okay. Seraphim's not a bad follower. I'm genuinely not 100% sure what transformation Seraphim is part of, if any. Because I do recall seeing one saying it was part of the Seraphim transformation, but apparently that was no longer the case. And I don't know if that was this one in particular, or it was the other angel follower, orbital, whatever it was. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Alright, so we have 2 bombs available. I could look for a secret room, but then I won't be able to blow up any angel statues if there are any. I could get this for no real downsides, really. And this is a shop for sure. 30 coins for part of the conjoined transformation. I'm actually not too opposed, so I just don't have the money for it. Now, one thing I can do is at least turn into the Lost and check out my curse room. There is also a couple keys on the way, but this does bring the risk that I am simply just going to die in a second, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Fortunately, this is a pretty good one. What am I going to do with false PhD? Probably nothing. Yeah, probably nothing. I don't mind doing nothing with that. Range up, not bad. I will just do a couple rooms here just to hopefully get a few more consumables. And indeed, we have already gotten a bomb at least, so that's kind of nice. I wouldn't mind trying to go for my secret room, actually. This room, I'd say, is a little bit easier in the reflected world just because you can see everything a little bit better, obviously. So I don't mind that so much. Might as well take a key piece while I'm at it, I suppose. I'm just sort of living my life at this stage, trying to make money. Not sure how much money I'm hoping to get out of my secret room, but it would have to be a pretty substantial amount. And definitely I'm not going to do the boss just yet while I'm the Lost. I mean, we did already get basically the difficult one out of the way, so it's actually a little tempting to do the boss right now. But I am just a little concerned it's one of those where I'm not too familiar with. Rainmaker probably wouldn't be too big of an issue. The worm definitely wouldn't be. The bouncy boy could be a problem. So That's the one I'm mostly worried about. I'm not sure if my secret room can be here, but I have to assume it cannot be. So I won't even try. Instead, I'm gonna try some of the more unorthodox places, I think, which is here. Yeah, that makes more sense, because that... I shouldn't have picked that up yet, actually. That was, like, right behind the mirror, basically, and I couldn't imagine that it was gonna be there. At least we ended up blowing up the shopkeeper there, so that is at least part of some good stuff. I could give that one some hearts, but not really worth it, I think. Rainmaker, as I guess partially predicted, but there's only so many bosses in this floor, so it wasn't really that hard to predict, I suppose. Yeah, Rainmaker I'm not too concerned by. There is actually a decent amount of hearts on this floor right now. I'm actually just gonna give a couple, because I think I need to give at least 6 to that one before he starts paying out, so I might just try and do that. It's gonna take away a little bit of soul hearts right there, but that's fine. Boop. One more. Well, not bad. Ultimately, not too terrible. Well, let's just move these all a little... Well, let's move them all a little bit closer to that one shopkeeper in the corner there. This is probably not going to be a hush run, I will say that much, because it is all just going a little slow. I'm taking my time here, I'm having a good time. There's even more hearts here right now, so I will... Might as well give a couple more hearts to this beggar right here. Didn't really notice... didn't really pay attention very closely, really, so I took some damage there. Verp once again giving me a Balls of Steel pill. One more. A little bit. It was worth it. This is okay. So I somehow did end up with 31 coins. And assuming that the one baby I currently have is part of Conjoined, I will actually buy this as well. If it's not, then it's still fine. It's still, I like Buddy in a Box these days, so I'm okay with that. And I think with this I will simply... I'll actually go into the mines. I don't do this place often enough. I need to check this place out more frequently. So you know what? Might as well give it a shot. Still not sure if I'm gonna go for Mother or for... Mega Satan. It kind of depends on how many devil deals we're gonna, or angel rooms we're gonna get, I guess, because so far we're at a solid 0, which is not too surprising after the amount of floors that we've had, I suppose, but it is always a question. There is something that requires flight. Do need to remember that those enemies drop fire, and that I need to kill the little spiders first, because otherwise they become scarier spiders, and that is a bit of an issue to deal with on occasion. That is a decent amount of chests to get randomly. Telepills, I don't mind being in my pool, but I'm not gonna do a challenge room for one of those chests. I mean, it could be good, actually, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. These enemies, I think just throw bones, right? And the bones bounce around the room. Wooden cross is not terrible, especially since I have a decent amount of keys right now as well, but I don't know if I want to bother with that just yet. If I could get flight on this floor, that'd be so good, because there's so many things that I could acquire with it. These enemies, I have to kill all of them before one of them gets up again, basically. Well, there's the flight that I wanted. We'll just use it on this room first. I don't think I can move these things any closer to each other. Not sure if this is gonna work, but I'm curious. Only hit one of them, unfortunately. Fair enough. Got a soul heart out of it. I think there might have been a tinted rock there, which I genuinely didn't see, so that ended up working out. And I might as well actually just grab this gray chest here as well with the flight that I have. Need to be a little careful of those spiky rocks, but ultimately I'd say that ended up being rather worthwhile for a random gray chest to have a regular red heart and a soul heart inside it, so pretty good. There's a secret room right there, which is another shopkeeper we can blow up. And also, it means we can go into our curse room without taking damage. And we're at full health, with another Balls of Steel pill in my hand as well. So, all in all, this is looking pretty positive. I'm not too concerned about my current situation. 4 more coins could end up being useful. These enemies are kind of annoying, but not sure how I would have had to do that actually. Maybe if I dodged a couple bones first, or at least checked that they weren't spawning specifically there. I think if I just kill that one, it does destroy the other ones, so that is nice. Let's just risk it. Gimpy, that's so good. This is a very healthy build. I wouldn't mind a little bit more damage, but so far in terms of health, it is fine. Plus, so far every time I've said I wouldn't mind a little bit more damage, I believe I've gotten Sacred Heart pretty consistently, so hopefully today's going to be another one of those days. A couple bombs waiting for us over there. That's not really much of anything, but I'll blow up the shopkeeper since he's got coins in his eyes. And the membership card has an Emperor card, which is, I know that because it's the only one I have unlocked, so... that's an extra boss room item, that's definitely not bad. Yeah, I might take that. Definitely might take that. It kind of depends on which bosses are here, I suppose. This room isn't really that tricky, I'd say, because there's no enemies. Which is odd. It's kind of an odd room, I guess. But you can throw these bombs around for good times. I think I can also carry it into another room, yeah. Just blow it up like that, pretty good. I found pills. And I don't think I can realistically increase my double deal chance any further than that, so let's destroy the pile. Not my favorite boss, but I do like when money suddenly appears in the room, so could be worse, I guess. Not sure if... I'm guessing that was the buddy in a box, baby. Not sure how I didn't get hit there, but I'll take it, I suppose. It definitely looked like I was going to take damage, and somehow I avoided it. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Alright, that went pretty well. We got an angel room. We got Little Delirium, which is not the Sacred Heart that I was promised. But we now do have a Lil Plum Delirium, and all in all, I for one cannot wish for anything better. So, all in all, pretty good. I think I might buy that Emperor card, actually. Just to make my life a little bit easier as well. If we can get another health up or something like that, and that is going to make life a little simpler because that Guppy's Paw is simply going to keep us alive for every red heart container that we have. So, let's do that. I guess I could have tried and save it for Hush as well. There's the Visage, which I'm not sure if I've even fought this boss before, at least on the video. I'm not super familiar with it, as you see from the amount of damage that I'm taking. But we're getting through it, kind of. I think I just have to blow up the heart and then the fight ends. But that brimstone attack and some of those attacks right there, I'm a little concerned about. Yeah. I think the brimstone attack does look fairly manageable at least, so hopefully that is actually the case. Bob's Brain Delirium helping out right there. And something woke up the mask and it became very scary. But all in all, we did get a stapler. There's a bunch of money on the floor here. I think I actually ended up with more money than I lost, so that's pretty good. And I think I'll leave the black heart there for now. I think I have enough health and we'll probably get something along the line. Like that actually, because it might end up being okay if I take more damage. If I find a temperance machine, I might be able to get a couple of consumables out of that bag as well, so... all in all, not too terrible. Let's just keep going. On this next floor, I could get a full knife. That I could use as a projectile, so that could be pretty good. Also not sure if that boss would actually show up in my current situation, because I think that's a so-called Ash Pit boss, and I'm not sure if we even have that unlocked. I'll actually take that, in case we get any more luck up related things. Could probably get that key if I wanted to, but nah. Don't really feel too interested about that right now. Right now I'm just gonna mosey on along. A couple of fire enemies, but nothing too scary, fortunately. I also somewhat regret not keeping that Emperor card for the potential of a Hush fight. Since we're going probably quick enough is really the thing. But simultaneously, I don't want to be in a rush. I just want to see where this run can go, I suppose. Probably should have waited with pressing that button until I scanned out the rest of the room as well, but you know what? That's fair enough. I mean, I'm just not that interested in this, so I'd rather just... I'm not that interested in that either, but it's going to spawn a lot of tears at least. Could be good. Coupon is not terrible either. If we do end up getting a devil deal, then it's especially good. For this, that's a trinket, I think, right? Yeah, that's a trinket for sure. I might buy coupon and then just use it there, I guess. Yeah, I might actually do that. Oh, one of those became on sale. That's kind of nice. Right, I already had a trinket as well, but I kind of don't mind poison shot, especially with the amount of tears that I'm currently shooting. So I might take that. That's a 5, so we could redo the floor after this as well. Which gives me a little bit more chance of another angel room, I guess, which is actually not too terrible. So I might just try and do that. Am I going to forget about Guppy's Paw as I leave the floor? I mean, it's almost certainly going to be the case. You have to assume. Because, quite frankly, I famously drop everything all the time and then forget about it instantly. So I think today is going to be another one of those days, but hopefully I won't. That is definitely going to be the case. There's a tiny battery waiting for me there, so I can at least get another charge rather. Isaac's head is a trinket. I could go into my curse room as well. Actually, I don't really have a reason not to, but I kind of wouldn't mind having my coupon fully charged before doing that. Simply, if there is a red chest inside it that takes me to a devil deal, I'd be able to use the coupon and get a free item that way. So, with that, let's see if that ended up being worthwhile. A little bit more tear rate. Yeah, we're shooting a lot of tears with this quad shot right now. Tear rate of 2 with quad shot. That's just so many tears. No, there you go. Is that not exactly how I described it? And that is part of the conjoined transformation. And now we have conjoined as well. So look at how many tears we got. And because we technically didn't sacrifice our hearts to the devil, there were 2 chests there. Are you serious? 2 chests that both took me there. Fair enough. But yeah, because we didn't actually sacrifice our hearts, we still have angel room chance. So that more or less went exactly as I could have hoped for. It also means there isn't an angel room on this floor. So I will probably just do the boss, get my Guppy's Paw back, and then just leave. Don't mind that trinket either, actually. But again, with the amount of tears that I'm currently shooting, I think I'm fully okay with sticking with the poison shot. Let me just get... no, I'll get Guppy's Paw on the way back, I think. Before going to the boss room, I will pick up Guppy's Paw. I will promise you, this is not going to go wrong. I have full confidence that I will not forget about this, because I am talking about it right now and I have nothing else going on. The only thing I got going on right now is just moseying along through this forgotten area in the mines, and that's not a worry. Alright, so we got a full knife, which could be good. Is that an eternal heart? Let me just go get that real quick. Surprising. Usually when there's flames here that actually drop something, they're always like slightly out of reach, but for once it's actually not a problem. But I will take Eternal Heart because that's effectively just... it's effectively just 3 extra soul hearts if I can keep it to the next floor. And of course have my Guppy's Paw, which I will have because I won't forget about it. Yeah, man. The hitbox of this creature is surprisingly okay. Like, you can get away with some pretty precise nonsense a lot of the time, and I for one can kind of appreciate that. There's 3 poops I could just blow up here. I don't really need to use a bomb. Plus I got a coin out of it, which I'm still not 100% sure if you actually keep it or not, but probably do. That didn't go how I wanted it to. Kind of wanted to create a bridge there, but instead I didn't. Instead I didn't. Is what happened. I can try it again at least. On this side. There we go. Still capable of making it a little bit easier on myself at least. Probably need to get that. Just in case, why not? Took a little bit of damage on this place so far, but overall nothing that's completely unmanageable, so fair enough. We have a knife now, which I could use against my fight in the Mega Satan land, so that deals a little bit of extra damage. Plus, it just looks fun. I never really bother collecting the knife, even though it's not technically terrible as a weapon. It's not amazing by any means, but it's not terrible either. Let me take that. I guess I'll also just buy the soul heart here because I don't really have a reason not to. Don't really need to try and get more devil deal chance, but I think I already blew up a shopkeeper as well, probably. Let's charge up the Abaddon, baby. And reap. Which the knife does deal some damage to. I don't fully remember the phases of this boss, but I feel like if I just stand in front of him and shoot real quick, then I'll probably skip through the third phase fairly quickly, and then probably have nothing to worry about. Need to look at the shadows a little bit during that last attack, but nothing too worrying. Booster pack. Alright, yeah. Card against humanity, Joker. Yeah, We'll take Joker, actually. What am I gonna do with this? I could use it in the big room to just have a lot of money. Do I have a better big room than this? There's a lot of rocks here. There's a lot of rocks here, too. I'm just gonna use it here. Because with the rubber tears, this will go fairly quickly as well. Now, Poop Trinket would have been nice. For sure. And usually, when you use it, you'll probably get one. Of course, it's not a guarantee. And it is a little bit sad to look at this. It does go really quick with rubber tears, though, because they just bounce in between like two poops for a while, and then they're just gone, so it is very good for sure. Alright, well, let me get that Joker card. I don't think there was anything else I really wanted. Hanged Man. Do I need to fly anywhere? I could use Hanged Man in some of the rooms, actually, but I think I'm lazy. Yeah, I could use it here, actually. Let me just do that real quick. Don't really have a reason not to, and the card's right there. There's two great chests. There could be a lot of money in there, and money can be good. I could also just use Chariot. That would effectively have the same effect, and then I'd be able to use Hanged Man in this room over here. Where there's stuff that I could also just walk to, really, but nah. The things that are there are just not that interesting. There could have been a Hierophant card, but that's ultimately irrelevant as well if I go to the next floor. Because I want to keep that Joker card. Super Ball doesn't really do anything, I don't think, for me right now. Take that for the sake of it. Alright, one more time, let's do the mines. We could get a second knife piece again. And then we'd have more or less an ineffective knife piece with me for the remainder of this, so that could be fun. But maybe it's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. Let me get that though. We're creating money again, which is nice. Mulligan is probably pretty damn good with the amount of tiers that we're shooting, so we'll take that. And let's see, we immediately have a boss, but I would like to blow up a shopkeeper first. While I am technically in a new floor after beating the boss on the previous floor, we didn't get more Devil Deal chance because it's the same one. That's just the way it is, unfortunately, but something I can live with for sure. I'm gonna ignore these buttons just because there's no point. Well, I'm gonna step on them, but there's no point in my particular circumstance, I suppose, to try and go for these. Other than the fun sound effects that they make, and I suppose that is an important part of why I would press buttons, characteristically speaking, so I should stay true to myself in that regard. Bible, 50% off. Bible's not bad. That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. I kind of want that real bad. And then also create a large quantity of money, because that is just going to make life significantly easier. Even easier than the Bible, I would say. I could try and get the Bible simply due to get Bookworm chance and Seraphim progress. I don't hate that idea either, actually. Do I want to waste that much money right now? Not really. Another luck up? I'm guessing one of those might have been a luck down, but turned into a luck up because of Lucky Foot. Is my theory there. I feel like... I'm not sure if it's luck related, whether or not my head gets removed every time I take damage with Intruder, but it does seem to be happening a lot. Should have moved that to this little guy right here, but fair enough. Right now I just... Oh, Counterfeit Penny. Yeah, I'll take that actually. Even though Poison Shot, clearly quite good in my current circumstance, I don't mind that. I might play that Temperance Machine as well, actually. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Should be a little careful here. I don't really want to take the minecart. But Counterfeit Penny is going to give me a bunch more money, likely. And money can be pretty good right now. I think if I use the Temperance Machine, I'm going to lose my Rotten Heart. But that's really about it. I don't really care that much. So I think I'll just do that. Oh, it doesn't take your Rotten Heart immediately. That's interesting. So I'm getting a bunch of consumables thanks to my cool bag. Alright. Let's get some hearts. There's actually a lot of hearts on this floor that I haven't picked up yet. Which is odd. I guess I just recently got that health up pill and that's why I was missing one red heart. But I'm just gonna play that machine for a little bit more. I don't really need red hearts, obviously, because of my current health situation being what it is. So I would much rather just convert all of this into money, I think. Because money is a useful thing to have with the stairway. And that is the IV bag. Which means money, money, and a little bit more money. And let's just get rid of that too. Also, since there's several soul hearts there anyway, you know what, I'm just gonna... Yeah, Gimpy is helping me out a decent amount, plus the little bag thing as well. There you go. 56 coins. From effectively nothing. You know what? I think I'm gonna buy that Bible. I think that's not a terrible idea right now. After all that said and done. Definitely not gonna reach Hush in time unless we get some way to open that, but... There you go. Was there anything else in the shop here? I don't actually fully remember. A rune. A was. Unfortunately, not a trapdoor, or a crawl space rather. So, fair enough. Let's see what the boss room has to give us today. I assume it is going to be a wonderful time. It is the Tough Twins. They need to get hit by a bomb first so their outer shell gets removed, and then we gotta hit the red bits. Fortunately, managed to pretty much destroy one of them immediately, which worked out. And if you don't have bombs, you can use these as well, which is also lovely. You really only need to break 4 segments before you need to attack. And that is the angel room that I so desired, so that is good. Got some damage up right there. Might as well get that full key. And genuinely, I don't think I've actually had the stairway before item in any of my save files, so I'm a little curious. But I think I have a decent idea about what it does. Which is, if I now go down, I don't need to go in this direction because we're not going to Mother. Because I'd like to fight Mega Satan on this character. I think there should be, yeah, there's a stairway here now at the start of the floor. And that takes me to a shop. I did not know that the shop would also have an angel statue. But fair enough, I suppose. Do these also just, yeah, they're function identical, I guess. That's pretty good. That is pretty good indeed. We have the prism right now, which is sort of circling around us, and if we shoot tears into it, it's gonna make them look cool and split up into multiple tiers, so that's not too terrible. Do I want to give you money, or do I just want to blow you up, actually? Oh, too late now. And I think if I leave, it's just gone, right? Yeah, the ladder's now disappeared, but I believe that happens for the rest of the run every floor? Is that correct? That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? That would be a pretty nice situation. Because having the 50% off as well means we can just potentially get really good angel room items for sale. Because I think every one of those shops will also have like guaranteed 1 angel room item. And it doesn't have to be a good one, but it does specifically have to be that. I will press these buttons because I have no reason not to. I will not go in down there because that would ruin the run. But I could. I'd like to find my secret room somewhere in here, but I'm not sure where to even look. Yeah, that prism is going to create a lot of tears every time it's actually in front of me. And the intruder is a little fiddly for sure, but not too unmanageable. What is still alive? Oh. And sometimes the intruder actually kills the enemy that I don't see. That's no more curses. That's always a nice thing to get, of course. Plus it's a little bit more chance for the door to open at the end of the floor, so that's pretty good. Movement speed is alright, actually, which I don't mind either. Let's just open that. Try to get as much money out of this run as possible so I can buy as many things as I want. This is pretty good. Spider baby. Fair enough. We now get the big spider chasing us around, and the spiders have become real big because of the item we just bought. Battery doesn't really do that much for me. This is fine, actually. And this is also not bad. I think I'll just leave it at that, but yeah, pretty good. Meh. I really don't have a reason to buy that battery, but it could end up being useful, I suppose. Now look at the size of those spiders, eh? They are nasty, but they're gonna help me out whenever. I'm not exactly sure what the spider actually does, like the random blue one over here. I think it just sort of waddles around, and I think he deals damage sometimes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not that familiar with Spider Baby and rarely go for it. I just know that there is a spider now that assists us in some way. I could get that red heart, but I just don't want to pick it up. That's genuinely my only reasoning to not pick it up right there. I think I haven't missed my secret room yet. I think it's also in kind of a weird spot. It might be here. It's not there. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was there, actually, given the floor layout, but... Okay, I would be a little bit surprised if it was there now, but I didn't know how that room looked. I think my secret room might be to the right then, yeah, because this looks like it's going to be just a straight road to the boss room right there. Rubber tears is more or less killing those enemies with the masks, because the tears are just kind of going through them, so that's kind of good. Took some damage there, but that's fine. Not really sure what my super secret room is, but it's probably over here. Here? No, definitely not there. Couple bombs. Yeah, there's a couple options for secret rooms and super secrets and whatnot, but they're not great. They're not great options. I think I just moved my bomb away from the wall there before it actually managed to hit the right location. That could have been a super secret room, but no. That's fine. Are we creating flies somehow? Because I feel like we're... Oh, the rotten baby, maybe? I feel like we're having more flies than I would anticipate. Oh, I have mulligan as well. Never mind. Of course I'm creating flies. I'm just being ridiculous. Where is my secret room, though? It's a weird floor for sure. Can't be over here. Cannot be over here? I'm pretty sure I tried that wall. And yeah, the one room above it wasn't making that possible. Cannot be over here or on the other side of this room. Could be. No, can't be over there because there's a door there. Here? This? Maybe? No? Huh. Genuinely have no idea. There's a couple places where it seems likely, but then it's just not. Maybe it's that one wall that I just didn't hit properly, and no, it's not here either. You know what? I don't want to get the secret room anymore. I think I'm done with this floor instead. Let's just leave. Let's just move on. This layout is just a little unusual. No, I'm a little unhappy about that, but fair enough. Let's just fight Mother. Mother's mostly dead immediately. That's a delirium portal, but I'm not too excited about that. We can go either direction, really, and I don't know which unlock is which, so I'm just gonna go take the damage up and go further down. I will also just use my Joker card, actually. For this cool sword. And on we go. We still have some use for our money as well. Because we're just gonna keep fighting these. I mean, I already have a sword. I might as well have a shield as well, I guess. I'm okay with that. You know what? I'll take the Eternal Heart as well, because that's gonna turn into yet 3 more soul hearts at the end of the day. Should probably look for my secret room, just for the sake of getting more money, but I don't think this run's really in danger anymore. I think the main danger is that I accidentally go upstairs instead of down, really. I'm not too concerned. We are in the scarred room for the first time, I believe, because I only recently unlocked that. And it has some nasty enemy compositions that I don't particularly love. But it also has 17 coins in the secret room, so you know what? You take what you can get. But there's a couple of rooms in the scarred room which are pretty nasty. There's, I think, a couple enemy types which generally only show up there. Broken Padlock made it a little pointless that I went for the key, even though we got 100 angel statues apparently in this run, which I wasn't aware of that it worked that way. But I believe you can actually blow up the Mega Satan door with Broken Padlock as well. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it sounds right. It sounds true enough, so I believe it. But these enemies in particular, like, there's just a couple enemy types which might just only show up here as well. And it can be a little rough for sure. But I'm not concerned. There's a tinted rock there. Soul heart inside, a golden chest waiting for us. Even though I got rid of my trinket, I still have 28 keys, but I guess I do have a lot of ways to get keys right now as well. There's these masked bastards which move a little weird, but we have a knife and a large quantity of rainbows that we can use to destroy everything. And all in all, what else do you need? Watch out for the triple shot thing in the middle, but other than that, nothing to worry about there. And yeah, I'd say this build is pretty effective at just clearing rooms, really. I'm pretty happy about it. Bob's Bladder. Don't really use bombs, really. I don't really have that many bombs. Even how many keys I have. I actually have a surprisingly low amount of bombs, but I guess I did spend a whole floor trying to find one secret room and failing eventually. So that might have something to do with it. Don't really need to spend a bomb to get even more keys, but I could. And I could spend a bomb in this room, actually. I have a faint idea that there could be a super secret room in that room. Just because of how close it is to the exit. And it is possible, so might as well give it a one shot. Fair enough. Doesn't always have to be true, of course. There is Mr. Fred. The strongest boss in the game, according to some. Not sure who, but I'm sure they exist. Speed up, and it's not telepills. We've seen telepills already, but let's check out a devil deal first. I don't really... Yeah, I don't need that. I was like, if I'm going to the lamb...
I can see forever.
I'm just gonna check that out real quick. If I'm going to the lamb, then at least I could dig up that one room with the patch of soil in it, and then that would be an extra chest. But that's really the only thing that I'd get out of it as well, and I don't want to lose my angel room chance, really, nor do I want to get rid of Guppy's Paw, because we have, I mean, effectively 21 hearts waiting for us, and that's kind of, seems kind of a waste to get rid of that, really, when you think about it. So let's not. Let's see what this shop has instead. That's pretty damn good with the amount of tiers and the amount of luck that we currently have. That's just going to be a lot of beams, likely. I'll just blow this one up. I think I'd rather have the chance of the door opening right now. Wouldn't mind one more angel room, actually, but we'll take what we can get. Could check for a secret room on this floor next to that curse room right there. And yeah, the beams are going to just destroy everything. And isn't that a treat? Just look at how many glowing tears there are whenever I'm firing, and just the amount of tears that are coming out of me in a singular shot. It's just wonderful. Curious if we can maybe get like triple shot or something like that, maybe 2020 as well. If we could just get all of those things and just shoot a million tears every time we shoot, I think that would just be really neat. And then soy milk. You know what? I just want a regular build. Just, you know, soy milk, triple shot, 2020, you know. Just regular things. Not asking for much. but just every item in the game. If I could just have every item in the game, then I think this run would be pretty easy. Probably. I'm not sure what you'd actually have if you have every... Like, you'd have stuff like Isaac's Heart, which wouldn't be too great, but simultaneously, you'd also have every item in the game. And that, I feel, probably gives you a decent damage up. It would probably just crash the game thinking about it, but in the instance where it wouldn't crash the game, it would probably be an interesting build for sure. Whoops. Need to stop taking damage, though. Even with these many tinted rocks that we're finding may not be able to save me if I keep taking silly damage like that. But again, somehow I have the idea that we're probably gonna be okay, given our current situation. Here we are. Let's see how quickly we can do this. Yeah, fairly. Reasonably quickly, I would say. Guardian Angel. Are you truly... you might be part of Conjoined now, but not of Seraphim or something like that. I think that's basically what changed with that item. In terms of what it used to be and what it is now. Which, fair enough, I guess. It's a little odd of a change, I think, because it's an orbital as well, but... Nah. I'm ultimately not too bothered about it, I guess. We could get Lazarus's rags. So we could become Lazarus, that's fun. We could also just give this one some coins. Don't know what I still need to do with Lazarus, actually, but probably Mega Satan. I'll take that. For 1 pill exactly. I'll just buy it. You never know. Sometimes you buy an item and suddenly you unlock something. You might as well give it a shot. Could probably get that with the use of some bombs. I don't think I'm going to bother, though. I have 40 keys. That didn't give me any more tier rate, unfortunately, but that's fine. Come on. Hide behind a rock if this enemy doesn't decide to work with you. But that's all you really need to remember. I saw something flash in the top left, and that's really the only reason I even shot at it, but I had difficulty telling what it was exactly, but it ended up working out, I'd say. I also kind of forgot that we're going to get a bunch of devil deals at the start of the next floor, but hopefully they're going to be okay. I'm not sure what I would want at this point, but there's probably a couple items that I'm not thinking of right now, which I wouldn't mind. Health up, sure. Just a very reasonable amount of health that we're working with right now. Just an average day. Satan. I'm not even going to use a bomb. I'm just going to sit here and just shoot a bunch of tears, I think. Because I think that's probably going to be equally as effective, and I'd rather just have the bomb available. Even though I don't really need the bomb, I suppose. I think 10 bombs is just not that much. Just a little bit disappointed by my bomb count. Not disappointed by my damage, though. Not at all. I don't mind this one bit. Alright. One more stairway. Unless we get delirium. Open the door. Dead Sea Scrolls, always fun. Could probably just put a little bit of money in this beggar because I don't really need to save the money at this stage. Linger Bean. What fun. Alright. This is a little bit difficult to use, but not impossible technically. I will take that. I will take that. I will not take this. It's technically not nothing, but it's close. Could have probably checked if I could re-roll it, but there is a point where I will be at 1 red heart if I wanted to because of Guppy's paw. It's just that I genuinely don't want to be in that situation, and it's likely only going to happen for a short period of time. But if we were going to Delirium, which is still on the table, provided the portal opens, I guess, then I wouldn't mind having a little bit of extra damage, even though it might not seem necessary at all. I'm probably going to clear this entire floor as well, because I don't really have a reason not to. And really I want to be as prepared as possible if we do end up going to Delirium somehow. Guppy's tail would have been a nice addition to this build as well. That's a nice super secret. That's something I would require a shovel for, which I didn't take with me. And that one's on me, I suppose. Completely avoidable. I don't feel Conjoined is as exciting when you have quad shot, because I'm not really noticing the tears, but simultaneously it is probably adding up in the long run when the tears are just bouncing all over the place. So I'm not like too unhappy about it. It's just that it doesn't seem to be doing that much. Bloop. That's pretty good. That's less good. I'll just leave that alone, I think. Don't really care about game-breaking bug anymore. It used to just be a fun thing that sort of flew around the room. And now it's a thing that you can throw at enemies to make your life worse. And I feel like that change just isn't that helpful to me. And it's also one of those things where I occasionally throw it by accident and turn an enemy into a really strong one. I guess against these enemies in particular, it would probably be pretty good. If you could re-roll those into something that's not as tedious to kill, then that's probably fine. Bloop, bloop. That's, well, that's a combination of items, bomb resistance, and a bomb. I actually really appreciate that. It makes Bob's brain useful for the family. What was on the floor just now? Because I saw, like, text in the top left. I'm not sure if there was, like, a pill or something that I missed. Oh, a trinket. What trinket was that? Oh, 404. Huh. Didn't even notice it. I just saw the mod text pop up. Otherwise, I genuinely wouldn't have known there was a trinket in that room. Ultimately inconsequential, but still, could have been something nice. I'll go to the boss room in a minute. I'm just going to clear out as much of this floor as possible. We've already found all the secret rooms, so we know what to explore. I do like that item that's occasionally giving us 2 chests as well. I think that's really been the main reason why we even got good items at all, because it's not really been the single chest that's been helping us out, but every time we have one kind of okay item and then one that's really, really nice to have, so if we can just keep up that energy, that would be lovely. 2 more sacks with a bunch of stuff. This room will more or less clear itself out once you kill one of these enemies, but not too concerning. Look at that damage, though. Anemic and a troll bomb that can't actually damage me, so no worries there. That's gonna, yeah. I was gonna say, that's gonna land on top of me because he just got feared. And I was correct. What a great time to be correct about things. Very happy about that. There's like a small part of my mind that's like, you should do a victory lap. Because I do still need to do victory laps at some point. But I don't have the time. I unfortunately just simply do not have the time for that today. And it is a bit of a commitment, unfortunately. Plus I would rather do that in a run where I actually have Dead Cat. Because that's just a really useful thing to have in that run. Alright. Well, that is the lamb done with this character. That just leaves one thing left to do, and that is Mega Satan. And possibly one more thing, which is Delirium. I could take the controlled tears, but I just don't love it. Where's the door again, though? Oh, this is gonna take a minute. It could be here, no. Is it to the left? It has to be, right? I think that's the only place where it reasonably could be, yeah. Oh, I didn't take it by accident. What a strange mistake to make, but I'll learn to live with it, I'm sure. There was a time when this boss was a little bit easier with bomb protection as well. I'm not sure if that's still the case. I'm not sure if his rock attacks are still bombs or not. I wouldn't mind trying that out to see if I'm immune to those attacks. I am immune to those attacks, more or less. I'm not immune to the creep right now, but I'm immune to the rest of that attack, which I don't mind. I do actually need him to do the attack, though, and that is going to be kind of a tricky one if I'm firing at him, because his hands are just gone because of the large radius of my attacks. So I guess I need to actually stop attacking him here for a minute and just hang out here, I guess. Does he have hands again? No. I'll just do one more phase real quickly. Kill some angels and then wait. His hands are probably going to be back when the angels are back, right? Or done, rather. Oh, it's taking a minute. Oh, there we go. Alright, can you slam on the floor, please? Not spawn Larry Jr. I didn't even know that was possible. No, yeah, definitely not immune to this anymore. That's unfortunate. I miss the days when you were immune to that as this bomb immunity character. A character with bomb immunity. There we go. We got there in the end. Because it did make life a little easier. But I guess ultimately in this build it doesn't matter too much, but in the grand scheme of things, it did basically nullify his hands, which is a pretty big deal if you're playing a slightly worse character than this, I guess. Can't really tell where my hitbox is right now, which I'm not loving, but I think I'm doing this right. Nope. Let's get this half a heart right there. And this attack again, good. I think we're about to win, really. Yeah, we're getting there at least. If I take 2 more hits and I'm gonna start using Guppy's Paw, but didn't end up being necessary, and fair enough, no Delirium. That's unfortunate. This would have been a really good build to go to Delirium with, but I'd say that was okay. We unlocked Abel and Green Baby. Those are 2 excellent things to have. Abel, of course, being the greatest of the champions, and Green Baby being a multiplayer-only character. That's probably not going to get as much use because multiplayer is better now, but, you know, it's an unlock. And it's some extra things done as Cain. But I hope you enjoyed it so far. The next time we play, we'll do something else as someone else, probably. And I hope to see you all there. Bye-bye.